welcome to Hypnosis News Live. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. I am literally on location. I've had nothing but nightmares with the internet today, so it's been an absolute nightmare. But welcome to this episode. Tonight I'm flying solo. Jim Kellner is doing his thing. He is traveling the world, doing his very, very busy schedule. But by all means, drop your questions, comments, suggestions into the comment section, and we will kind of chat about that. If you have any news, anything you want to showcase, talk about in the world of hypnosis, then this is your time to shout about it and jump about it in the comment section as well. And we've got some interesting topics for you tonight, some breaking news, some interesting stuff, and some training courses and stuff that's going on in the world of hypnosis as well. So do let me know if any of that piques your interest. So let us know how it's going. For me, it's really interesting. It's the end of my crazy busy season, and it has been crazily busy. So that's kind of giving me a little bit of extra time now. Just make sure. There we go. I can hear me, so we are live. All is good. So yeah, it's been the end, and it's come to the end of my crazy busy season. And what a busy season it's been. How's your kind of hypnosis season going? I'm hearing interesting stories from hypnotherapists. Some are so much busier than what they normally were year on year. Some they're finding like going through a bit of a dry patch at the moment, whether that's a change of marketing or anything like that. So let me know in the comment section whether you're having a dry patch, which is a bit weird. So yeah, interesting coming up. We have. Did you see the announcement for Hypno Thoughts? The speaker submissions are now open. Hypno Thoughts is next year, July. I think it's 2021-22. Let me just double check my calendar actually. I've already marked it in the calendar for next year because, you know, I'm trying to be more organised. I say trying. It is a bit crazy at the moment. May, June, July. 19, 20, 21, that's going to be at the Sahara again. You might have seen Scott's video earlier on today where he was talking about kind of speaker submissions. If you are a speaker, it's one you've got to be on. To be honest, it is a conference that had missed me for a few years because, again, it falls into the middle of my busy season. But having took the time out of my diary, rearranged some shows, got some hypnotists to cover some of my shows for me, I will say absolutely well worth the visit. There's a few great conferences going on around the world that you must go to, and Hypno Thoughts is the beast. It is the big one. You have got to be there. And it's crazy because my experience there was I didn't get time to speak to people that I know, friends in the industry. A lot of time I spent networking with other people, and those people we can catch up with at other smaller, more intimate conferences. So yeah, the Hypno Thoughts live speaker submission is now live. So I'm going to pop this into the comment section, and it should bring up a link in the comment section to that website. Once you get that, click on that link. If you're in one of the groups, you might not see the link. Get yourself over to htlive.net. And like I said, that is to get your speaker submissions in. I believe there's a very selective window on this year as well. So you've got a short window to get those speaker submissions in. I believe this is so they can figure it out. And I'm told there's going to be less speakers as well this year. So that will make that really interesting. Again, it's an overhaul done to try and improve the whole experience. And so get your speaker submission in now whilst you still can. Whilst we're on the talk of conferences, let me just pop this one up here as well. It is the Performance Hypnosis Summit in February. Obviously, I'm a bit biased. This one is a specialist hypnosis conference summit. It is tailored just towards those people that have the interest in the performance side of this. Now, this doesn't just mean stage guys, this means streets, this means mentalists, this means hypnotherapists are looking to add performance or have an interest in the performance side of hypnosis and how that can improve your business and how it can improve your client base and your therapy, to be fair. There's some great names already on board with this, some great support for this. If you were involved in last year, you'll know it was an absolutely fantastic thing and some groundbreaking stuff, some real people making connections in that. This year, it's going to be in person and online. The in-person experience is going to be out of this world. It is at the Orleans in Las Vegas. The hybrid is going to be still going to be done in some great speakers, but actually in person is where the real magic is going to happen as well. But we are going to be streaming to those as well. So do get involved in that. Speaker submissions are live on the website for that as well. Please do that. But make sure, think about your topic, what you're going to do, how it is relevant for the performance side of hypnosis, and how it is slightly different as well. So do click on that and do get involved in that sooner rather than later. So yeah. Again, saw an interesting article this week. Now, it's an older article. It was only through reading through it that I realized it's actually from 2022. It'd be really interesting to know if there's any more of this stuff that's going on. But this is a news article from the Independent newspaper, and it's a Swedish Gothenburg festival that was going to experiment with mass hypnosis of the audiences at this Gothenburg Film Festival. This was in 2022. Dare to lose or to let go of control was the kind of teaser trailer for this event. This was in 2022. I didn't see much information from this at the time of the event or after the event, but it would be really fascinating to understand how that went. And it'd be interesting to know if there's anyone doing anything similar to this as well since then. So, I mean, if you were a hypnotist and you get approached for a project like this, what would you do? There's a lot of pressure when there's that kind of all that world media watching, but it does sound like a fascinating project. And that whole mass hypnosis of the audiences at a film festival, I think could be really, really interesting. So that news article there was for the Gothenburg Film Festival that experimented with mass hypnosis on the audiences from a few years ago. Again, any interesting news articles, stories, features, or anything like that, especially if you're featured in them, please do let us know. Drop us an email, drop us a direct message on Facebook. We'll happily feature it and push it out here as much as we can. Like I say, Jim is on the road this week, so you are just lumbered with me. But hopefully you are enjoying these. And again, please do like and share these posts to people that you may find that would be interested in this. If you're in the world of hypnosis, whether you're a hypnotherapist, a stage hypnotist, a trainer, conference organizer, whatever it is, then do get in touch with us and we'll help promote whatever it is that you're doing at this moment in time. Speaking of conferences, I've just got a message this afternoon that the Canadian Hypnosis Conference has been rescheduled. This is now going to head in 2024. I don't believe they've got a firm date out there at the moment, but the Canadian Hypnosis Conference, which was due in I think it's the middle of October, 12th, 13th of October, I believe it was. I'm told that's been rescheduled now. And again, it's interesting. There's lots of change going on, especially in the world of conferences and events and in-person events. So yeah, again, they want to make sure that they deliver the best conference that they can. I'm unsure of the details surrounding that, but that is always a fantastic conference, I am told, and the organisers behind that do a brilliant job. So do let me know. Were you going to be at the Canadian Hypnosis Conference? I recognise some great speakers that were on the lineup for there as well. But let me know, where you're at with that. But yeah, I believe that is rescheduled. As soon as the date is announced, we will announce it on here as well. Yeah, what else have we got coming up? There's a few good conferences coming up. I think the Mid-America is due any time around about now. There is some great conferences. And it's weird, like this time last year, I was kind of just getting ready to go over to the Michigan conference, which has just happened. The dates of that changed around a little bit. It's always interesting to kind of find that sweet spot on the dates of when to do stuff. So yeah, that is really cool. Dan Goyette does a brilliant job at his conference. I believe they're moving the venue for that next year, which was always the plan. But Dan is, if you've not got involved in the Michigan conference, do reach out to Dan. He's a great guy. Catch him on Saturday as well. I'm a guest on his podcast, So do check that out. I'll put a link to that when I get that link through. Dan is a great guy, such a great energy as well, and a good spirit and a positive force for the world of hypnosis. So do check out Dan's stuff as well. There we go. That's the Hypno Thoughts link, Performance Hypnosis Summit link. And oh, here's something interesting for you. Jim Kellner, I'm sure you've heard of that guy. There's a link in the comment section there for Jim's Hypnosis 101. This is a great course. Unlock the secrets of hypnosis. Learn the art of basic hypnosis. Are you ready to embark on a remarkable journey into the captivating world of hypnosis? Great course. Do check it out. Jim is a world-renowned hypnotist, hypnosis trainer, coach, business guru, and an all-round generally nice guy. So do check out this course. I don't know if this is, I know Jim has got a couple of courses going now. He's doing some work with the Roy Hunter protocol, the Hypnosis 101, the success stories and stuff that he does as well. Check this all out. If you're into hypnosis and you want to go from being a armchair hypnotist, a hobbyist, and turn yourself into a professional, check out some of the courses that are online. These are really going to help you. Both myself and Jim run a Level Up Masterclass. This is a once-a-month masterclass, but a lot of the stuff that we output ends up going into that masterclass. So do check it out. You may find something in there that's going to help you take that step, move forward into your journey of becoming a professional hypnotist in whatever format that is as well. So yeah, I'm almost up to time because again, just made it too long today. If you have any news, stories, any information of anything that's going on in the world of hypnosis, then do let us know. One of the things that I do think is great for hypnosis, and I've just put up a link to that as well, and that's the International Association of Stage Hypnotists. Do check that out. If you've not already signed up, or I say signed up, basically you're just signing up for an email at the moment. In the background, what's happening is there is various committees and meetings that are meeting on the different subjects. So we've got a membership committee that looks at the process for that. We've got an ethics committee. There's an educational committee. There's a communications committee. There's a lot of work going on in the background to really lay true, solid foundations so that this organization is something that is going to be here for a very long time and is going to benefit the people that are involved in the world of performing hypnosis. So if you've not dropped your email into that website just yet, then please do check out the Facebook page, get involved as much as you possibly can. This isn't an organization that's been set up in order to line the pockets of a hypnotist or a person. It's not been set up as a business venture. This has been set up by a group of professionals that really care about this industry, that really want to see it grow and to develop as we work together to improve the world of performing hypnosis. So like I said, the link is in the comment section. Entertainmenthypnotist.com. If you've not got that link, that's entertainmenthypnotist.com. I could tell you some of the names involved in this, but check out the website, check out the Facebook page, and discover the people that are, you know, your heroes in the world of stage hypnosis, that are the people that are behind this. So it's a sales plug. Obviously, I'm involved in that organisation as well, but it's done with genuinely good intentions to raise all of our games to do a better job. So if you've not already signed up now. So that's it from me this week. Next week we'll be live right here on Facebook at I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. UK time. I'm currently in a dodgy hotel room. It's not dodgy, it's quite a beautiful hotel room, to be fair. 1 a.m. every Thursday, where we talk about everything that's going on in the world of hypnosis. If you'd like to be a guest on this show, if you've got something interesting coming up for you, whether it be a training, a course, a coaching, a show, or anything like that, then do get in touch. Big shout out as well to the guys that did a fantastic job at the Edinburgh Fringe. So we're talking Matt Hale from Australia, absolutely smashed it. To see all the reviews coming through in the press from Matt. Who else? Robert Temple, a great run of shows at the Fringe as well. Seeing the stuff coming out that he was doing looked amazing. Interesting, Rob had a bit of an injury as well. He was a guest on somebody else's Fringe show at the Fringe and injured himself. So he was out of action for a couple of days, but like a true professional, straight back on the horse and then bashed out the rest of those shows. Fraser Penman as well. Fraser, you know, absolutely amazing job up there as well. So if committee members are needed, I'm interested in participating. Oh, do you know what? Absolutely, drop a message on the website. Get involved as much as you possibly can. There is committees that have been set up, and there's other committees and all sorts of stuff that's been added to that. I say weekly, it's more like daily stuff is put in there. So if you've got resources, you've got information, if you've got, you know, just any advice that you can offer for the good of the industry, then absolutely, please do get involved. It would be awesome to have you on board. Again, it's great to be involved in something from the foundation, because it's easy for people to moan about stuff it's not the way they want it to be, but once you get involved from the beginning, you can help mold that to be something better for everybody else as well. So yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Fraser Penman did an absolutely amazing job at the Fringe as well. And it was great to see stage hypnosis well represented at one of the biggest comedy festivals in the world. This has a positive knock-on effect to both the stage hypnosis community and for the hypnosis community at large. It means people are more accepting of it. It shows people what an interesting art form this is, and it brings hypnosis to the forefront of people's minds. And so that's absolutely amazing. So yeah, guys, if you have any news, any stories, any information, or you want to be a guest on the show, then do drop us a message. It's always interesting to get people talking about what they're doing as well. And even if you think it's not that interesting, trust me, if you're doing something different, if you're doing something new, if you've got a workshop coming up, then come on here and tell the world about it. So from a beautiful little hotel in the middle of nowhere with terrible internet, my name has been Dan Saunders. This has been Hypno News Live. Oh, Fraser, there we go. It says, if your ears were burning. I am very good, Fraser. Fraser, whilst you're on, tell us, how was your experience for the Fringe? I think this is your first big run of shows, and how was it? And what surprised you? What kind of, you know, what's your highlight from the Fringe, and what was your biggest learning experience from the Fringe? It'd be great to hear in the comment section about that. And I'm sure people watching would be interested to know that as well, Fraser. Again, loved watching the TikToks and the videos you put out there, and especially the press that you got. Absolutely amazing. You know, representing the good of hypnosis. Yeah, well done, well done. And I'm not a big one for giving out praise to people, but when you see a performer doing a great job, then, you know. And again, I saw that you met up with Matt Hale. It was great to see all the stage hypnotists working and networking with each other and seeing other shows up there. So yeah, and this is the first year I've managed to get up to the Fringe. And I love it up there. It's a great atmosphere, and again, lots of creative juices are flowing there as well. So yeah, Fraser, do drop that information in the comment section, and Fraser, drop a link to your website as well. Where can people find you, your shows that are going on? Do let us know in the comment section. So for me, for tonight, thank you very much for joining me on Hypno News. Oh, there we go. Fraser says, it was a roller coaster for sure, something different. It was strange because you never know who's turning up, and it's not like normal shows where you have an idea. There's an element of fear, but very amazing. Yeah, well done. Well done, Fraser. Yeah, like I say, it looked like you smashed it. Loved the truck with the branding on the side there as well. All great assets for your kind of business marketing going forward, and well done on the shows as well. Fraser, maybe next week you could come on as a guest and tell us about that experience. I, for one, would be interested, and again, I think people watching this would be interested, especially the American audience that don't necessarily know much about the Edinburgh Fringe. and especially with you being Scottish, who better to talk about the Edinburgh Fringe than yourself, Fraser? There we go. Brilliant. We shall sort that out, Fraser. I'll get a link sent over to you next week. Yeah. So, guys, next week, Fraser Penn will be live on Hypno News. So, if you've got any questions about that, about the Edinburgh Fringe and about that performance side of things at the Fringe, then do let him know. It's one of the things I've never done. I've never done the Fringe, and I always wanted to do it. And so it would be interesting to pick your brains and kind of talk to you about that as well. So, guys, see you next week. It's going to be a great show. And yeah, look forward to it. Thank you very much. Take care and good night.